Hello friends, we are continuing our discussion of special test 2 organic. I'm Ramesh Panikar. Look at question number 62. 62, the correct IUPAC name of the compound. See, when functional groups containing carbon, they are at means we have more than such compounds, then look at the structure. All right, see, if we have Cn and Cn, then what we do, we keep these three at say at par, and longest carbon chain we say it is propane, and these three functional groups are written using special suffix. Like here it is carbonitrile, so this is propane 1 2 3, propane 1 2 3 tricarbonitrile, propane 1 2 3 tricarbonitrile. Okay. Or if we have carbon 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 COH COH and COH. Alright, this is propane 1 2 3 tricarboxylic acid. Similarly, look at this case, this example, question number 62. So what we do, 1 2 3. Alright, so this is propane, and this is CONH2 group, CONH2 group, and CONH2 group. So we call it propane 1 2 3 tricarboxamide, CONH2 special suffix is carboxamide. So this is propane 1 2 3 tricarboxamide, and on second carbon atom we have hydroxyl group. So 2-hydroxypropane 1 2 3, 2-hydroxypropane 1 2 3 tricarboxamide. Correct answer is third option. Look at question number 63. Identify incorrect matching. Alright, allyl alcohol. We are given allyl alcohol. See, this is allyl alcohol. This is allyl alcohol. The correct IUPAC name is 1 2 3. This is propane, proptuene 1-ol, proptuene 1-ol. And second one is vinyl alcohol. Second one is vinyl alcohol. Its name is ethenol. Alright, 1 2 ethenol. Position you don't have to mention, ethenol, because only 2 carbon atoms are there. Then we have propargyl alcohol. Propargyl alcohol is this. This is called propargyl group. Means see, CH2 double bond CH. This group is called vinyl group. Alright. CH2 double bond CH. CH2 group. This is called allyl group. And HC triple bond C CH2. This is called propargyl group. This is propargyl group. So this is propargyl alcohol. This is propargyl alcohol. So the name is 1 2 3. This is proptuine 1-ol. And then finally we have acraldehyde or acrolein, acraldehyde or acrolene. This is CHO 1 2 and 3. The name is proptuenal, proptuenal. Right. Question number 64. Question number 64, we are given this structure, and the question asked is this structure is basically whether geometrical or optical isomerism. So see, this doubly bonded carbon is bonded to similar groups. So now it cannot exhibit geometrical isomerism. But look at this carbon atom. This is bonded to 4 different atoms or groups. That means this structure can exhibit optical isomerism. Alright. Now look at question number 65. Look at question number 65. In 65 we are given some structures. In question number 65 we are given some structures, and the question is, out of these 4, which of them can show tautomerism? Which of them can show tautomerism? So look at the first structure. It has in fact 4 alpha hydrogen. So obviously movement is possible, and this kind of movement is possible, and this is tautomerism. Look at the second structure. In second structure, these 2 hydrogen can show movement, means H positive can be shifted to this and we get phenol. This is called para-tautomerization. This is called para-tautomerization, this shifting. This is para-tautomerization. Alright. And look at the third structure. This is the third structure. In this third structure, this hydrogen, this is bonded to, this is called bridgehead carbon. This carbon is called bridgehead carbon. On bridgehead carbon, any kind of shifting is not at all possible. And this carbon atom does not contain any hydrogen. So this compound will not exhibit tautomerism. That is third one. In the fourth one, we have these two, alpha hydrogen. So this one is not possible because it is bonded to bridgehead carbon. Alright, so these two shiftings are possible. So will show tautomerism. So the correct answer is A, B and C. A, B and D rather. A, B and D will exhibit this tautomerism. 65. Now look at question number 66. How many geometrical isomers are possible? So this part will simply behave as cyclopart, and we have cis and trans. We can means cis and trans forms are possible. Look at these two structures, cis and trans forms. See, methyl above, hydrogen below. Now methyl opposite, hydrogen opposite. This is cis and this is trans. Alright, now look at question number 6, 7. We are given these two structures, whether they are chain isomers, position isomers, metamers, etc. So if you look at these compounds, this is pentanal and this is 2-methyl butanal. That means the length of parent chain contains 5 carbon. Here the length of parent chain, it contains 1, 2, 3 and 4. Means that since the length of parent chain is changed, we can say these two are basically chain isomers. Alright. Now look at question number 68. We are given 3 structures. Alright. And some statements are given. Here it says we have 8 pi electrons. In this structure it says that we have 6 pi electrons, and in this structure we have 3 the degree of unsaturation is 3. So see, this structure is basically this. Alright, so how many pi electrons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Means number of pi electrons are 6. Alright, so 8 is wrong. This first statement is wrong. Where the first statement where it is pi electrons is 8 is wrong. This one is correct. Now look at this statement, the third statement. Say degree of unsaturation or double bond equivalence. Degree of unsaturation or double bond equivalence is given by this formula. You can remember this formula. That is twice the number of carbon atom plus 2. Twice the number of carbon atom plus 2 plus number of nitrogen atoms minus number of halogen atoms minus hydrogen divided by 2. Oxygen, etc., they don't contribute towards this degree of unsaturation. So now look at the structure. Here how many carbon atoms are there? 4. So it is 4 into 2, 8 plus 2, 10. 10 minus number of hydrogen is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 10 minus 4 is 6 divided by 2, that is equal to 3. And this 3 indicates presence of one ring and 2 pi bonds. Alright, presence of one ring and 2 pi bonds. The number, this double bond equivalence or degree of unsaturation, either it tells about the number of rings or it tells about the number of bonds or both. Alright, so here it is one ring and 2 double bonds. Now look at question number 6, 9. We are given 2 structures. The first one is it says deconfiguration. This structure, and B statement is there, 2-butanol is optically active. So this is anyway correct. Butane 2-ol is optically active. Now look at A and this structure, A and C statement, whether which one is correct. So look at A structure. See, for capital D, capital L notation, the point is the highest oxidized carbon should be at top and lowest oxidized carbon should be at bottom. All right, and then if we have OH on left hand side, then this is L form. So it is not D form, it is L form. It is not D form, it is L form. So the statement is wrong. This is correct. Now look at this structure. Right. Here we have CHO and CHO, OH and H. The structure I made it wrong. This is OH and it should be OH and OH. Alright, there is a change, slight change. This is OH and OH. So obviously now CHO and then there is a plane of symmetry. So obviously this is mesoform. So now the statements, the second statement is correct and the third statement is also correct. So B and C are correct statement. First statement is wrong. Now look at, alright, so this is question number 6-9.